So we have made a decision to notch the rear end, just get that extra 2, maybe 3 inches of upward travel. This triangulation here has to go, which also holds on the battery boxes. So we'll be shortening this bar, which extends through here, and notching probably way back here to way up here. I've already cut out the fuel cell and cut the original bars that were holding the fuel cell to the roll cage. You can see here where they were. So those are going to get lifted pretty far up here, probably somewhere in this region, I would guess. And same up there. And it's going to push the fuel cell up a little bit past the roll bars. Ow! Good? Yeah. My blade is just so spring-loaded. Oh, let me get these last 2 here. Hammer! I need hammer! That's a hammer. Get out of there. Get out of there. Hey! You! Get out of there! When we get on this side. Alright, I'm going to hammer.
Oh, that was a swing. Alright, well, that's cool. That's a really nice... A lot of time was put into that piece.
It took about 2.5 minutes to take it out. I'm about to start notching this frame, I think. So we're gonna be going to a 4-inch. The body of this is gonna be quite a bit longer, and we're actually gonna have to move the can up, and we're gonna be notching more or less on this upper line, and then boxing everything in. We're gonna get new cans, and they'll be moved up this roll bar a bit. Kind of got everything written out here. I changed it up a little bit from what I had before. It was pretty big, but our axle housing is pretty wide. It's 6 inches wide at the widest point here where it's gonna come through the frame rail. Basically, I'm running a 10-inch top side. So this bar right here is set at the center of the axle housing. So 6 inches behind to give it that extra bulk, and 4 inches in front, which is like kind of a little bit excessive, but it's fine. We've got so much other support here that when we box this all in and everything, it'll be more than enough. So there's a section of tube that runs all the way down through here. I want to keep some of that tube if possible. So I got the Sawzall and came through and sliced that tube off level with the cut. So I'm just gonna get this last corner here and it should follow. There we go.
You see a problem here, Ted? Huh? Ah! It's empty. We got no engines. I'm gonna teach you a lesson. What do you think? Take the 10 weight. 85 weight. 0 weight. 0 weight. 0 weight.
Okay, so I think we were successful. Again, pretty big notch. But this will all get plated, and then it'll get plated on the back, kind of cover that up. I haven't decided yet. We have to make a couple more triangles here and then over there. Might try and bring it down to kind of overlap here so it lands in the notch. It's not really necessary given the roll cage setup we have in it, but just that little bit of added strength to this kind of junction here.
Jamo's gotten a buttload done while I've been working on that freaking scuff plates.
I'm just about to start plating the C-notch.
So that's a new piece right there.
Yeah, so basically I want to get a little bit of overhang, give me something to weld on. Because of these plates, I might have underdone my outside overhang, but I don't know yet whether I'm going to stick with this width or go a little wider.
Let me box like all the way through the notch and back to probably this bar. This stuff really doesn't matter. Like, we're structurally strong all the way up there, and there's no suspension hanging off this.
Here at this point, I'm kind of just trying to make sure that I'm at a fairly decent.
And this really worked out beautifully too, guys. Like this center one, they had, it's two pieces, but they had brought this down to like the old frame. So Jamo cut it up, and then we're gonna reuse that. So now it'll have even more strength right at like the most critical part where the bump stop is and all that.
Yo, 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 what up? All right, so here's kind of what we got so far. Got these plated. I don't know how well you can see them. Yeah, from the inside, probably gonna weld here, weld here, weld here, so on and so forth. But then I'm gonna box this completely in. Probably go up to about this pole here. Hopefully we can get it to match up pretty good, and it'll kind of sit on this as like a ledge. What do you guys think? Huh? Let's see. My first C-notch ever. I'm okay with it. We've got a couple little ugly spots got to fix, but other than that, I like it. So an update on what I got going on back here. The other side is done, as you saw. So now we've got 2 plates here. Need 1 more plate here. We'll weld all that in, then we'll build our rear plate. We'll be like freaking notched up, dude. All right, just want to give you guys an update. Finished up the, I guess, notch-ish. So it's all plated here, and I just have to do this inner plate here, and our C-notching's done. All right, so we're all notched up. Both sides done. I am by no means a professional welder, so a couple little tiny ugly spots, but other than that, man, this is pretty happy with it. Pretty happy with it. Dude, comment below, but I think it's gonna give us like 10 inches. It's got to.
We're going for that M32, dude.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that we're gonna get all of 46 inches of travel out of this thing.
Dude, it's gonna be so gnarly, like, oh. Man. He said like literally on that blue truck, it's like LS3 swaps, it's like 400 and something horsepower. But he said it just freaking rips, cause like the bottom end when you're going through whips and stuff will just stay on the dirt and you just have traction the whole way through. That one is clamped in. We just left a little gap there because a lot of guys when they do this, they'll cut fancy holes or something like that. These are just solid. We thought it'd be nice to not have to match them up totally and kind of bypass some stuff. So I'll leave like a similar gap here. So I don't know how many plates we'll do it in, but yeah, we've just been laying cardboard on and then you just hit it with a marker and then just get the template where it fits pretty well and then go from there basically. Basically, if the cardboard fits pretty close like that, you're always gonna draw a black line on the metal around it. And so you can like instantly go wider if you don't cut right in the black line. So I usually do that. And that gives me a little bit of allowance for kind of grinding it down and getting it to fit right. So I like fitting this, you know, fairly close and then going from there. But yeah, bam, bam. And then probably one more fat piece across there. So next, we'll basically put the template on the metal, trace it out, and then get to cutting. I took this one out, but you guys saw that one was made. We got this one made. We got this one made. So now it's really nice. It's real nice. Got a target, but so we have like this little gap, which is the same here and there, all the way down. I'm just getting to work on making this last plate, and then it's already plated from the factory, like all the way up. So now, basically our whole frame should be super strong. The reason we left the slots is a lot of like kits you get, they have like holes in them and all sorts of stuff, and they don't even have this much coverage. So we're more than strong. So I think it looks good, one. Two, it also gives us the opportunity to run stuff through it. So Jamo and I were talking about, you know, we could run some wiring, hoses, whatever it is. But now it'll be really easy because you only got to fish from here to here. All our plates are done for boxing the frame. So basically just have driver, passenger side, and each one. So stoked on that. I think in one of the next clips you'll see Jamo weld those all in, but yeah, tremendous amount of welding because it literally goes from here all the way up front. But I'm really pumped on how they came out, so just wanted to show you guys. Whoa, just hit my head.
All right, so I've started the plating process. These plates fit pretty nice, thanks to Matt's handiwork. This is our first one. She's all welded in. Now we're gonna move on to this side. Get that one all welded in.
Oh, so Jamo just got the plate finished up, and I started grinding out a certain section. He's gonna show you guys, but you can actually see like
so
the
we
voltage
got
drop.
the welding here, right? And then right about here.
Yeah, it gets a little like
Skinny and caterpillar-ish, right here.
we stick on 110 just because really for the most part it's good enough, but we're max 110, and so then just putting a grinder on this reel just for a couple seconds.
Took all my amps.
Took some of his amps away. But that's sick. So we got both those in. We got this one in. Now we gotta do this one, and then we just have the two more, and then our frame is boxed. We're trucking along, guys. We're trucking along. We need coilovers. We are screaming for coilovers and screaming for a motor. We got no motors. What's that? How does that go? Goes, it's Race Wars. I should know. I've seen that movie so many times.
Work under here, hang on. We've got the frame almost completely boxed. These sections we'll put in after we receive our new upper link mount.
Now go ahead and check out these other two videos and stick around. See you soon.